Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And for today's video, we're finally getting back to the basics and to my road to success video types. And this is going to be the final video of the road to success. And basically what I'm going to be going over today is going to be a two-parter. First, I'm going to go over what my summer plans are for the channel, as well as kind of what study habits you need to develop, whether you're in a relaxing period, whether you're in college, whether you're in high school, whether you're in just a business alone. I'm going to go talk about these study habits that will help you in any aspect of your life, because it's very important. No matter what, you have to be a lifetime learner. So this is kind of a very important video to click on, so please stay tuned. But first, let's go ahead and talk about my summer plans for the channel. So as you already know, I've been posting more YouTube gaming videos, and that's because my gaming channel is just it's not getting a lot of recognition and not many people are subscribing. So I feel like in order to get that content out there, I'm just going to stick with this channel. And it's a little hard to separate the two, especially with space and everything. And files get corrupted easily over there because there's not a lot of space. There's more space on this channel for YouTube. And I also need to get to more subscribers here, and I think that would be another way to do it, because more subscribers you get, the more views you get, the more likely you can get up to that 1,000 subscriber and views to YouTube to actually recognize you and actually give you ads and stuff like that. So that's kind of more important to me, and that's why I think I'm going to stick with gaming on this channel as well, and kind of just separate it, have like a video a week about motivational stuff and have another video about gaming and maybe another video about movie reviews. And I'm thinking about doing one Avengers Endgame. I think I gave it a month, so I think I gave it enough time for every single person to see it. And yeah, I'm going to probably have that uploaded hopefully within the next few days, maybe next week at the latest. But yeah, I'm planning on doing that as well. But overall, my summer plans really is basically one gaming video a week, one movie review, one like personal video, and then one like motivational video. And from now on, it won't be a road to success. It's going to be something along the lines of like, hey, here's my workout that I did today. Go ahead and take what I did for this workout. Like I'll give it like a 10 to 15 minute warm up. I did some shadow boxing. I did some just some dumbbells, some balance drills. And I always include balance now in my workouts, especially since I talked to a few of my friends. They're like, balancing is very important. And I get hurt easily when you're not doing balance. You're not working those smaller muscles. So I'm definitely going to be showing you more of those and how to prevent that. And kind of the equipment I use, such as like belts, hand wraps, stuff like that, wristbands, stuff that will help you out, increase that weight. Because no matter what, you should always be climbing for a specific goal. Like I said, in every single goal video, you have to have a clear set vision of how much weight you want and make sure that it makes sense and have a time scheduled. And that's what I am. I'm hoping my time schedule is hoping to get basically 12 reps on 2 plates for bench at the end of the summer. And then 12 reps for 3 plates on squat without a belt, and then 12 reps on 405 for deadlift, no belt. And I'm hoping to get that, and that's going to be my set goal, and it's going to be the end of summer. So around August 17th is when I set that date. So that's kind of where I'm going with this channel, and you'll see kind of my progression through that and going for that goal and see if I get it or not. It's a pretty tough goal within that short amount of period, but I feel like if I could do it, you guys can definitely do it. So keep tuned for that and watch out for those videos. And now I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into the study habits. So when it comes to study habits, I'm a big believer of the 15-minute rule. And what I mean by this is you study hard for 45 minutes. That means no distractions, have your area, nothing, your phone is not near you, you're not having YouTube on in the background, and you're not having regular music on in the background, just 45 minutes of hard studying. And that's tough. That's tough for a lot of people, because it's one of those things where people get distracted very, very easily when they're studying, and it's easy to get distracted over little things. Because usually when you're studying, you don't want to study. It's honest truth. You're usually kind of like, oh, I have to study. This is a pain in my butt. I'm not going to study. And then eventually, yeah, you convince yourself not to. And, so what I mean by that is, like, when that 45 minutes is up, you get that 15-minute break. Because, like, every person, when you're setting a goal, and I talk about this in my goal video, you need to have a clear set break in between. And that's one thing with dieting, too, that a lot of people do, and it kind of matches that 45-15, is they have a cheat day, right? So you're working hard. You're like, dang, this sucks. Every day I'm eating, like, only 2,000 calories, but I'm working out and I'm burning, like, 3,000 calories or something like that, and I'm like tired all the time. And then eventually they're like, Sunday is my cheat day. Sunday I'm just gonna have as much food as I want, do not feel ashamed. And that's a clear thing that helps you stay motivated throughout the week to keep eating those 2,000 calories a day. So that's the same thing with studying, right? If I study 45 minutes as hard as I can, I have a 15-minute break that I get to go watch my YouTube video. I get to go play the video game for a little bit, stuff like that. So that's very important. That's something you have to keep in mind, that a break is very important. Now, another tip I'm going to give you is basically climate and comfort. So when you're in a environment that you're comfortable with, I think a lot of people have their area that they go to. I know for a fact most of my friends go to the engineering building, or they go into a private room, or they go to the library, right? They have this area that they're comfortable with, that they're in the mindset of studying, right? Because it's really just a mindset that you're in this mindset of right now I need to study. You know, if you're doing it at home, that's why I don't go home, because I'm not in that mindset of studying. And some people are better at home, actually. I know a few friends that are like, I stay at home all day studying, and that's what I do, and it's easy for me. But when I do it, I'm like, dang, I'm like talking to my girlfriend, or I'm talking to my friends, or I'm texting, you know, stuff where I get distracted. So I go to the library usually, or I go to an area like an office space that just helps me. Hey, I'm in the mindset of studying. I need no distractions. Now, when you're getting distracted when you're studying, it's kind of just the hardest thing to do with that. Is the best advice I can give you, and this is tip number 3, obviously, is that basically you should keep anything that you know is going to be distracted arm's length away from you, basically. And that's a pretty easy tip, right? So that means just keep your phone away from you, keep the emails off, stuff like that. Anything you know, as soon as you see a bling, you're like, I'm on it. I'm looking at this. I can't wait to see what this person sent me, or I'm texting, right? So you need to keep those from arm's length. You need to put them in the other room. You need to keep them as far away as you can, because right now you're in that climate and comfort. And yeah, that's another tip. But for tip number 4, it's going to be basically background noise and studying. So basically what I mean by that is when you're the background noise is important, because there's music. If your music's playing, you're going to be focused on the music. Not many people are good at multitasking. Sorry. And when you're multitasking, it's very hard for people to for people to keep 100% in the mindset of studying. So when you have a background noise that puts you in that mindset, so a certain noise that will get you thinking, I need to study, right? So like maybe like a white noise. For me, it's like some calm, just one beat that's just do 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 or something like that. You know, some dark beat like that keeps me focused. Like, hey, I hear this beat. It's time for me to study. Another tip for tip number 5 is basically study and smell. So there's certain environment, and that kind of goes more in the environment and where you're at and lighting and stuff like that. But it basically, when you're studying and you have a certain smell or a certain environment that you're in that mindset, right? Like I just talked about from tip number 3, is that when you're in that mindset, you're perfectly ready to study and go after it like you want. For tip number 6, my final tip, basically what I'm going to say for this one is that you need to study with people that are smarter than you. And it's kind of that whole, road to success when I talked about people you surround yourself with. This is a very important connection to that. When you're studying with other people, you are basically in a room of other people that are with the similar goal, right? You're all with the same mission statement. And you need to be able to think about, hey, I'm with someone that knows what they're doing, and I can learn from them. Now, don't rely on them. There is a difference between relying on someone and learning from someone, right? I think a lot of people get that misunderstood, where they're like, I'm going to let this person do all the work, and I'm not going to learn. You cannot let that person do it. Or you see how that person studies. You see what that person's talking about. And if you don't understand, ask, Some people are just so afraid to ask, and that's one of those things where I talk about fear of others, right? From my fear videos, like top 5 fears, you just need to understand that, you're not stupid if you ask questions, right? There are no stupid questions as much as people make you think they're stupid questions. And it's kind of sad that we live in a society that especially in high school, I remember in high school, people would always just dog on a person if he asked a question like, I don't understand this. Everyone's like, you don't understand this? Come on, it's super easy. You're being dumb. And it's like, well, no, he's not being dumb. He really doesn't understand it. There's different levels. Some people understand things like that. Some people don't understand things till years later. And that's okay, because usually people that take a long time to learn actually remember it for the rest of their life. It's kind of like the whole lyrics of, like, I think it's work hard, play hard, where it's like, the longer it takes to get there, the quicker you go, right? So basically what it means is that, like, if you show up quick, you're going to leave quick. If the longer that you're there, the longer you're going to stay. So that's kind of my mindset with that. So yeah, those are the 6 tips for the video. I hope you liked it. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And as my sister's telling me to say now, smash that like button is what she tells me, because that's what all the YouTubers do. So